welcome back for a brand new video. Hey, it's fun to see you again. Okay, now we're going to talk about how do we register our competitors and how do we register our assistants in the tournaments. You know that we have, for example, referees. We have on our tournaments our people that are in charge of the tables, the officials. We also have the people the security of the tournaments. Every single member, we have the committee members, all these members that need to have an ID badge for certain areas of the tournament, and we have to create the ID badges for these personnel that we're gonna have in our events. So let's see how would we do that. So as we said in the past videos, we're gonna go here on register. We're gonna look here for register right here where it says tournament registration, and we're gonna go to competitor registration. This is one of the areas where we could do this. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go over quickly on the registration of the competitor, which is we already did before, but I want you to see how you would do the badge and the ID for the competitor. You get two buttons for competitors. You get the one that is for registration of the competitor, where you're gonna register the competitor to the tournament and create his badge. And then the other one, you would just like add the competitor to your database. For example, he might not be competing, but you wanna have him on the database. This is where you would go. So let's do a quick review. We're gonna go add the competitor to the database. We just click down here and we go here, and it gives us the database of all the competitors we have on the system. All we gotta do is click insert, and that would quickly bring the screen of the competitors. You filled out all the information. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna look for somebody already created. Okay. So you get the idea. You fill all this information up. Okay. Once you do all the filling up the information, you just click OK, and you just added your competitor to the database. But it's not registered for the event. The difference will be that when you go to the registration for the event, you click here. Now you get this green things, and the red things means they paid for these events they're gonna be competing in. So we will be clicking insert, or in this case, if the competitor was in the database, we would just search for the competitor and just pick him. And now we will bring the competitor up, and now we will register him for the event. We could fix any information of his profile that we have to fix. Like if we had to fix his age or division, if something changed it, you could just fix it right here. And then you will click here, what are he paying for? Is he gonna pay for kata? Is he gonna pay for kumite? Is he gonna pay for team kumite? And at the end of the day, if he's paying for any additional event or whatever it is, once you click here, it'll allow you to create the total of the amount that he is going to be paying for the participation of this event. And it also brought you this screen up, which it tells you, okay, and in what event is he going to compete in? And then you're going to say, well, he's going to be competing on this event, the League 07 2020. Once you do that, it'll fill out the registration for the event. And once you do that, then it will give you the option to print his waiver right here. You see, you could print his waiver. That's one of the things you could print. And the second thing it will allow you to do is to print his badge ID. And once it does that, it'll give you this beautiful badge with his name on the top, all this information right here, and barcode, everything, the divisions he's going to be competing, and everything you filled out will just come out there. Plus, it will give you this little area, which is just a little banner you could stick in the back of the competitor when he's going to be if he's going to be using the paper that you put in the back of the competitor when if they use that in your event. Then you could just you're done. That's for the competitors. I don't want to go too much over this because we already did this in a previous video. What I want you to see today is how would you be doing if you get now your staff members. So your staff, we're gonna go here if we want to add a staff, which is what would mean is we are adding them to the database, but we are not assigning them to any event yet. So let's go to add, the same thing, and let's just pick somebody that is already added. Let's pick Dario, the first one. In your case, you will be picking insert. Once you pick the personnel you're gonna be using, you put his name. It will give you his full name, the title, the position he's gonna be doing on the event, which is you get a drop-down list where you could have a lot of different positions already predefined. It also gives you a space to put his license, if it is a judge or a referee, or if it is a medical or any personnel that requires a license to be able to operate on your event. It also lets you put the types of licenses. So if you want to say that they have WKF licenses or doctor's licenses or whatever type of license required on your event, you could just have a preset of all those. So you could just pick them. And then it gives you the job description, the title description, what he's going to be doing, the age, the weight, if it is a male, his height, his address, his email information, and a picture required so that you could do the picture on his badge, which you will only click here on picture, and that would allow you to bring this little screen right here that allows you to pick whatever pictures you have stored on your database of the different competitors. Okay, so let's say you pick the picture, you click here to choose the picture. I click it, picture's now on the profile. We click OK, and for the last thing, you got to go to notes. This is a note that you want to put on the badge, which is you want to show any information that you want to be relevant so that when they read the badge, they know something. I don't know. Maybe you want to put there, this is an official that is allowed to be in the backstage and front stage, or this is an official that is in charge of security and whatever. Anything you want to put that you want to be shown on the badge, that's what you will put here. But as you can see, all I did was add that official, but I did no ID. I can't do an ID badge from here. In order to do an ID badge, I will have to click OK and then go here to the first one, to the number 3 button, which is the number 3 buttons allows me to do the badge. So now I pick the official, and beautiful, it tells me, did he pay for the badge? Did he pay for his judge or referee license? Some of these events, they require you to pay your activation or validation of your licenses, or sometimes even to be a coach, they require you to pay a fee in order to get an coach pass, or any requirement in that area. You could just have it here so that when you click total, it gives you how much they paid in order to get that ID badge. And this is one of the parts of the registration. The second part is picking what event is he gonna be attending to. So you will click here in the double dots, and it will bring you this screen, and you will just pick the event. Okay, he's gonna be officiating on the League 07 2020. Beautiful. Once you pick it, it shows here. Once everything is done and you have already clicked total and register, you will go, and remember, this is the area where you're going to put the information you want to be shown on the badge. These are for information you want to be stored on his record. Let's say he attended to the event 2012, and you could put it here. Then he attended to the event 2015, and then to the 2020. You could like have a record here of all the events he's been attending, so that you could keep a history of his experience, right? And here is the magic. Here's where you're gonna print his badge. And as you can see, different from the badge of the competitor, his badge is orange and green, and it shows you the picture of the official. It will give you the information of the event and the information of the official, right? And the note that you had in the back will show down here. This is the back of the ID, and this is the front of the ID. You will cut this with a scissor, right? Or with a knife, whatever you use. And then you're gonna bend it in this middle right here. You're gonna bend it. And you're gonna put it in the envelope that they use for events. They're plastic envelopes. This is designed for the standard size of the envelopes for badges that we use on every event. So this is a standard size. So once you cut it, it will fit inside that envelope. And all you got to do is now give that badge to your official, and he will be doing, in this case, as a referee. If he will be a security, you will have security picked up from the list. In this case, we haven't done security. We did security? No, we did staff, but you could have security. So let's see something. If you wanted to add the security, how will we do it? So let's check that out. Beautiful. So this is your official area. Now, here is because everything is already preset and you're registering people. If you go directly to the area, which is on general information, administrative information, you will go here. Here you get the same thing. You get the registration down here and the create credentials over here, okay? Or create account. Here's where you create the license type, and here's where you create the positions. So here you will click position, you will click insert, and you will go here, and then you will type security, and you will go here and type security. My bad. Yeah, what can I say? It works sometimes, sometimes it doesn't. So beautiful, you got your security created. You click OK, and you just created a new position that when you go and click close, and you go here to your area of the registration competitors, and you pick your guy. If you wanted to change him to security now, you should get here a new areas of security. You just pick it, and there you got it, security. So we could close, and we go back here. Same thing you could do for the position, for the license types. You see, and you go here and you could add all the license types you required for your event, and all you got to do is add them, and then you will have your list when you do it, when you do your picking. So keeping it short, that's what this video was all about, is how you will create your badges and your IDs for your events in order that your competitors are properly identified on the event floor, and how will you create your ID badges for your officials and people that are going to be running your tournament, so that your tournament can look very professional and very elegant. And as always, if you have any questions, please make sure you send us an email to the email that is going to be shown below, and let us help you out, okay? Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.